beast blood kept me from a restful sleep. I'm quite hungry. That's something I can deal with because I have a cooked beef. Hiya. Wonderful. Back to being well fed. Alright, I believe I've met everyone. I believe I could be wrong about this. I probably am wrong about this, in all honesty. This is all back ways and back corridors and closets and pantries and... Hello, what is this? Who's... Hello? Quill, inkwell, cupboard, roll of paper. I can search the cupboard. Is there gold in here? No, there's black robes, though. Why would I want black robes? Armor's just better. I sleep in it, don't you know? Right. Probably don't want to be wearing that down, actually. So, Astrid. Is there anything else that
I'm afraid I don't have a primary contract for you yet.
Yes, understood. Look, so about this whole stealth thing.
Try not to.
Try not to do stealth,
but I
okay.
do realize it's sometimes not that easy. You may want to make a statement, or a contract may require a public killing. Murder is obviously a very serious crime.
Is it? I wouldn't
and a
know.
very
I'm just a
high
simple-minded
bounty will be
orc.
put on your head in the hold where the act was committed. You can run, obviously, but you'll still have a price on your head. If a guard attacks, you can attempt to yield by sheathing your weapon.
Noted.
If the guard accepts, you can serve your time in a cell or pay your bounty. We've all gone through it. We do what we must to survive.
Do you have any fun
But
prison stories, Astrid?
there is
Any fun
another option.
women's prison stories?
Some members of the Thieves Guild in Riften can get their bounties erased for a price.
The Thieves Guild in
Something to think about.
Riften, you say? Right, well, that's certainly
Be sure and
got my
introduce
attention.
yourself to your new family members. They're all very eager to meet you.
Yes, none of them were that keen on my suggestions about camouflage. Is there some sort of rule written down somewhere that it has to be read? Is this the rule book? However, it was not Mephala who facilitated the transformation from women to Spectre. Oh god, Mephala was trans? Well, yeah, of course she was. Daedra, they can do whatever they want. Ooh, an unusual gem. I'll have one of those. What do I have in here? In your wardrobe. In Astrid's wardrobe. She doesn't have naughty, lacy underthings. My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined. Right, Lydia, I've just had a long nap, and I'm sorry I kept you waiting out here for the full 6 hours, but in my defense... Actually, I don't really need to justify myself to you. You are a housecarl, and therefore must take any and all abuse that I heap upon you. Inventory is a little bit on the heavy side. Right, so I was thinking we need to go to town and sell some things. We probably need to go back to Breezeholm, which is all the way over in Whiterun, but that's alright. That's alright, because now we have a quest to go on up to, what? There was one in Dawnstar, there was one all the way over in Riften, yikes. And then there was one in the Windhelm-ish area. Those are the people that we need to kill, and we can get right on with doing that. And there is a horse here? Why is there a horse here? Hello? Is this horse mine? Hilda, welcome. I'm not going to question why my horse has arrived here. In fact, you know what? That actually makes this considerably easier. Because I can just turn around and I can be on my way. Right. Does anyone remember the way out of town? But you know, this Dark Brotherhood thing has kind of got me thinking, what do I want to do with my life? But then I mean, they've got a former vampire, well, not a former vampire, but they've got a vampire, they've got a former companion. I think they said that there was somebody, like, there was a former Shadow Scale. I think there was somebody who got kicked out of the College of Winterhold. So obviously, plenty of time to change career paths and whatnot. But what do I want out of life, other than, you know, a nice little fortress somewhere and a small army of concubines to field a legion of young orcish warriors from their loins? You know, I'm not sure. Maybe a nice steak. A nice steak would go with that quite nicely. Hold on, are we having a little bit of an ambush here? That's amazing. well, I'll just put on a little bit of oak flesh, and then do I happen to have like? Oh, I do have a destruction spell. Great. Haven't had the chance to use one of those recently. So come here, get some burnination upon yourself, and now meet Mr. Smashy Face, my mace. Oi! My horse is being attacked by a troll. That's not good. Stop! Stop! I need you to stop. I need to go save my horse. My horse. Yes, good, good. Come here. Come here, Mr. Troll. You've got quite a lot of health. You've missed, though. Right. Never mind. You just died remarkably. Oh. Oh! You got physicsed upon the rocks. Okay, well, so be it. That certainly is a thing that happened. Horse, I need you to not get physicsed upon the rocks. That would be most unfortunate. But yes, as an orc gets older, there are certain questions that he must answer, like what exactly he wants to be remembered for, where he wants to live, who he wants to be his head concubine, what he wants to name his firstborn son, and which cities he should conquer. Those are things that I think I should ponder on this trip. I have gotten a bit lost. I've gone off the road, but that's alright. You know, I was just saying. Hello, spider. Okay, hold up. First things first, the spider and the wolf must die. No, stop attacking the horse. Attack me. Attack me. Hello. Over here. Stop killing my horse. Right. Now, I was saying, I'm not overly impressed with Falkreath, but a spot like this? I don't think this would be a particularly bad place to have a home, you know. Yes, I could see myself making a real go of it at a place like this. You know, nice big flat stretch of land right here. I could put down a little manor. I'd be more or less overlooking the lake. I could practically have a dock. I could have a little road down to a dock. Now, unfortunately over here, I do have some people who seem to think that this is their territory. I'm going to disabuse them of the notion. Get off my lakefront property right this moment. And I'll go ahead and pull out a shield. Novice Conjurer Bone Wolf. Wow, there's a lot of things happening here. Okay, that thing's dead. Right, come here. No. I have dealt with freaking Forsworn Briarhearts. Ow. Okay, that is something. Briarhearts and ice spells. Right, let me just, let me pull up a healing spell really quickly here. Let's just get that going. You're a little slow. Where's my Atronach? Why is my Atronach not doing Atronach things? Oh, there he is. Okay, very good. Stop already. There we go, great, you're dead. I've picked up a book about Hearthfire, but apparently I already have this book, so I don't care. Hello, another bundle. Yes, fine. And down you go. Right. Heavy armor and block have been increased, because of course they have. Let's be realistic here. Bone meal. What does one make with bone meal? I don't know. But anyway. Oh my goodness, there's more. There's wolves about. No. Right, well, those wolves didn't last at all. Horse? Horse, are you still alive? I mean, I could totally understand if you weren't. There was quite a bit of confusion. I do not see any sign of this horse. Terribly disappointing. Alright, fine, I'll make the rest of my way back on foot. It's not that big a deal. And then I will drag Skyrim's legal system kicking and screaming into a state in which I can bill someone for the loss of my horse. But imagine if I were to have a house, you know, right next to the Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary, that would make, you know, my job considerably easier, because then I could just, like, accept contracts, and I wouldn't have to eat with the hoi polloi. I believe I saw animal movement over here, and I'm not going to be adverse to doing a little bit of sneaking up upon them and then slaughtering them. Yes, come here. Let's actually work on the flame spell a little bit, because why not? These are very weak wolves, so all of the burning. Yes, yes, meet some more fire. Thank you. Right. Then it'll just be a hop, skip, and a jump back to Whiterun, and I can unload some of these things. That would be nice. The cabin in the woods. Yes, hello. At any rate, I've lost the horse. I've lost Lydia again. Oh, no, there she is. Never mind. Ah, see, all I had to do was mention her name. Speak of the devil and she shall appear. Hello? Treasure hunter. Gold treasure hunter's note. Items. Books. Treasure hunter's note. What on earth was this? Treasure hunter's note. Treasure hunter's note. Highgate ruins. Guarded by a Vokun. The Elven Bow of Thunderbolts. Do I know where Highgate Ruins is? Hold on, I've got many different things here. Orphan Rock, Hilgrun's Tomb, Ustengrav, Morkazgur. Yes, I meant to get over there at some point. Runoff Caverns, Lost Knife Hideout, Mistwatch, Champion's Wrist, Abanshan Zell, Forsaken Cave. I do not believe I have Highgate Ruins on my map, actually. How incredibly disappointing. But that did remind me. There was something else I wanted to take a look at. It was a mysterious altar. Museum pamphlet, right? The Museum of the Mythic Dawn. The history of the cult that toppled the Septim Dynasty. The Mythic Dawn, that was a... Now, I believe that was a Mehrunes Dagon thing, right? Worship of the Whore. The Whore was Mehrunes Dagon. Am I remembering this correctly? Turn these pages faster, for God's sake. Yes, Mehrunes Dagon, the prince. Dagoth Thras, whoever that is. God, your formatting is just terrible. Look at these line breaks here. The whole ones embraced the brights of 50 winters. Frost and wind have cracked and pitted unholy gates and brought down the cruel unseen spire. All is dust. All is nothing more than dust. Okay, Magnus, have it your way. Maybe that's what I'll do with my life. I'll open a museum. The Museum of Orcish Superiority. No, I don't think I'd get too many visitors. People just can't stand the truth, you know.
I would prefer that the portcullis not be down, because I fear that this will make it very difficult for me to get into the palace. Really, really unnecessary Mexico filter. Come on. This is not an industrial society. There's no reason for this much smog. This is easy. Unless you're going to, like, throw up more obstacles at... Oh, no! Well, that was embarrassing.